Alright, so I showed you a Britannia video a while back, and I'm going to do that again. This time I'm playing as the Irish. And the battle map here is the Irish Marsh. I'm just fighting against the AI just because I want to show off some of the Irish units. Some of the cavalry they get is really good, like this Lord's Retinue. They have decent armor and they're well equipped by their masters. They also have very unique shields in the game. This red hand here, and then uniquely Irish symbols. Like this right here, the harp and the spiral thing. Pretty cool. They paid a lot of attention to detail. I guess the harp's really popular on this end of the Lord's Retinue. The Irish also get really good light cavalry. In this particular battle, I have brought mounted cavalrymen. These guys have guns. Very useful cavalry. This is what the English can expect to find if Ireland wins its rebellion. They will get really adept with gunpowder and cavalry. Cavalry is something that they were always good with. The British Avalair is actually modeled after the Irish Abaquair, which is in this game. Here are my cavalrymen, the regular, not mounted type. Due to the landscapes in Ireland, primarily flat land, the gun became really popular. I've also brought a culverin. For my infantry, I have 2 units of Ostmen. These are ex-Vikings who have immigrated to Ireland and they basically just have become Irish. And then these are Gallaglac. These are ex-Scots who have joined the Irish as mercenaries. They were originally paid in beef.
Heavy infantry.
These are backed up by Daisy Javelin men.
Infantry.
Daisy Javelin men have javelins, and they also have shillelaghs for backup. And then I have my spearmen here, who
Infantry.
have a very interesting name.
Spearmen.
Cleafiari or something like that. Alright, let's begin the battle. So, over here, the English have decided to invade Ireland. This probably means they have defeated the Welsh and the Barons and possibly the Scots. I gave them a late army, so they have a lot of these arquebusiers. Or arquebusiers, if that's what you want to call them. I'm going to go ahead and move up some of my troops. I'm also going to deploy my secret weapon, which is my mounted cavalrymen. Some of my cavalrymen are able to fire now. I'm holding the high ground because I actually gave my English opponent missile superiority. He has some retinue longbowmen, and those have longer range than my cavalrymen and his arquebusiers. And of course the mounted cavalrymen have good mobility. The enemy is not liking my onslaught of gunpowder. A lot of the English arquebusiers are running. our armies are actually very equally matched. It's just I'm not budging from this really good terrain here. It's an uphill battle for the English. So my Irish cavalry has done a number on the British retinue longbowmen. And I'm going to pull these units back, bring these forward. Wrap my cavalrymen around the enemy's back. Some of the enemy demi-lancers have actually penetrated my lines. That's not good. My cavalrymen got into a fight with the general's bodyguard.
Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well, so we can watch us defeat the rest of his army.
And there we go, I've captured the enemy general. Try to bring some order to my army again. Where are the Ostmen? Right here.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
AC Javelin man. Gotta get these guys in the fight.
are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
So I'm going to have the cavalrymen rush along this ridge here. It looks like the only thing that's left fighting for the English is this culverin. So I'll just knock that out of commission and get this battle won. So if you're able to make it to the late game as Ireland, you'll have a lot of unique advantages. The Irish units are really good as well. Probably the only weakness is they don't really get a lot in the way of spears.
The field. After them, cut the cowards down.
So you'll have to make do with your cavalry. They get really good light cavalry too. Before you get the mounted cavalrymen, you'll have horsemen who throw javelins. They're very useful as well. They're also quite nimble. Irish also get good infantry like the Ostmen, which they're able to get quite early on. They're also able to get Gallaglac infantry, the two-handed axemen. Those are really good. So if you've ever wanted to defeat the English as the Irish, this is a good mod to do that. The battle got a bit frantic at some points. But overall, the terrifying gunpowder of the Irish is a pretty devastating weapon. The Irish are also able to recruit Gaelic archers. Gaelic archers are pretty good in hand-to-hand as well as bringing archery for support. The javelin guys I talked about, the horse boys, they're pretty interesting because they kind of look like hobbits. lord's retinue and general's bodyguard are cleaning up the few English that are still left. "35% of my army has been lost, 84% of the enemy army has been destroyed."
The enemy are utterly vanquished. This is a great victory, worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
And so there you go. If you make it to the late campaign as Ireland, you can have a lot of fun. Captain Donnell with his 1,091 men against Capel Aethelgar's 10,061. Men lost, I lost 319. The English lost 757. Men remaining, I have 772, and the British have 304. Enemies killed, 532, 222 captured, and the English killed 366 and captured 5. Look at the statistics here. Casualties inflicted, General's Bodyguard 31, Lord's Retinue 21 and 48, Mounted Cavalrymen, who always do good, 66 and 81. Cavalrymen 16 and 11, and those are the ones that were shooting at the hill. They didn't have a good vantage point. The ones that could see the enemy took down 73 and 105. My spearmen took down 11, 5, 9, and 3, and my Daisy Javelin men took down 8, 13. Gallaglatch took down 6 and 8, Ostman 8 and 5, and the Culverin took down 4. Now, as I was relying on my cavalrymen to hold off the enemy, my infantry didn't get to see a lot of action, but the Gallaglac is a really good shock troop. This two-handed axe, they have a lot of damage, and they also have decent defense. I would say in the Britannia campaign, they're probably the best for what they are, which is really heavy shock infantry. Ostmen are merely competent. They're not the best swordsmen in the game, but they are definitely decent. The Irish also have access to a unit called the Muir. It's a unit that's half the size of a regular sword unit, but they have 2 hit points. And they have good armor. The Daisy Javelin men, these guys have decent defense. They are backed up by a shillelagh, so they function as shock infantry as well as carrying javelins. I brought them so they could screen the advance for my spears and my other infantry. Obviously, the long-range support would be from my cavalrymen. I also mentioned that the Irish have access to Gaelic archers. The Gaelic archers are really good. They have an axe for backup. Light cavalry is also worth mentioning. The Abaquir are really good light cavalry. They carry an axe for backup, and they're a little bit moderately better than Ireland's early knights. Ireland's early knights, the Redair, have a mace for backup, which is similar to the axe, but the Abaquir do a little bit more damage to the Redair. But the Redair are good because they have more defense, so you have to weigh what's more important to you, offense or defense. You can just create both. That's a good idea. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll have more videos for you soon. And being part Irish as well, it's really fun to put the English in their place. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.